Hi guys, if you don't know me, my name is Cam. I'm going to be doing the first 5 this morning. Our Torah portion this week is kind of a special one for me. This one is Chayei Sarah, which is the life of Sarah, which I don't know if anybody's heard. Most people have. Everybody kind of has that Torah portion that is the week that you were born in that year, like the calendar cycle. I didn't find out until I was dating my wife that her mom looked it up and said, hey, your Torah portion is Chayei Sarah. I wish somebody had pointed that out. I probably would have dated more Sarahs because I ended up marrying a Sarah, and it worked out. I got the best one that I could have ever had, about 7 years almost of joy with that Sarah, and I'm enjoying being a part of her life. So in this Torah portion, we see the end of Sarah's life, and that she lived 127 years, and that Abraham went to purchase a plot of land from the locals that were around them, and to find a burying place or burial place. And as we've also experienced in other portions previously, that there was somebody wanting to gift something to Abraham. They wanted to gift him the land. They knew he was a man of respect, a man of valor, a man of honor, integrity. And they saw that he was a man of the Lord and said, let us gift this to you. But he pleaded with them and demanded to pay again and again, which I relate with because I'm bad at receiving gifts. Like, no, I will pay for it. And I will do that until I die on that cross. So he goes and he finally convinces them to let him buy it at value. He weighs out the silver and pays for that. And then he gets a servant and has a servant look for a bride for his son Isaac, and sends this servant out. And the servant does something that's a little weird. I'm going to go through this pretty quick because luckily this Torah portion is 2.5 chapters. It's super short. I was kind of fortunate, but anyway, it's a great read. So he sends a servant out to find a bride for his son, and the servant prays and asks something of God, that God give him a sign. But not that only that God would give him a sign, but God would follow the particular sign that he was asking for. If I approach a woman and she gives me water and water for my camels, that's the bride. I don't give you advice to tell God what his vision is going to be. Like, hey, if you fit this mold, I know you're talking to me. Doesn't usually work out that way. God tends to have his own plan, his own symbols that he gives us that we're supposed to pick up on. But it actually works out for the servant as he's wandering in the wilderness and approaches a well, and the woman Rebecca actually offers him water and water for his camels, and was a part of the family that he was trying to find a wife from. So God was miraculous and actually provided the best woman possible for her, for the son. So he brings her back, and they meet in the field, and the son is relieved of his sorrow for the loss of his mother. And then we see at the end of the chapter, or at the end of the portion, is the end of the life of Abraham and how many years that he lived. So starting out, I kind of mentioned a personal reflection on just the name Chayei Sarah of this Torah portion. I also reflected on the loss of a parent, because about a year ago I lost my father. So I'm reading this and I'm understanding the loss of a parent and how that can feel as a child, or how I can imagine losing a spouse through what I've experienced with my mother. And the big thing that I've realized throughout this portion is that Abraham is displaying a great trait of what to do when encountering the death of somebody that you love. That he doesn't sit there in sorrow. He doesn't spend all his days mourning after that. He continues to let life progress. He doesn't stop. He knows that God is great and he still has life. He has things to do. So he continues to progress and actually live out the testimony of Sarah. Because what we leave behind as our testimony is the life that was in that testimony. And if that life stops going once we pass, there was really no life in our testimony to begin with. So our seed is our testimony, our children are our testimony. So Abraham knew that to bring honor to his wife, he had to make sure that her children progressed. that they kept doing. That was obviously also the blessing over Abraham, is that his children would multiply and be great. So if he stopped right there, if he just laid everything down and decided to be sad, then he wouldn't be living out the blessing that God gave to him. So, but also as we reflect that onto our own lives and see the testimony that we are living out from our parents, I also say that what we should do is, if we truly do believe that we are sons and daughters of Abraham, that we are part of that lineage, that we act like it. That we don't sit there in sorrow going, imagine the days that were, the days of Abraham. How great were those days? His testimony is that we are living out that blessing. We can honor and bring respect to Abraham, to our parents, by continuing to live forward and progress the kingdom and progress everyone around us into being the best possible people that we can be. All right, if you'll pray with me. Father, thank you so much again for this day. I cannot thank you enough for every day that we stand up, that we get the opportunity to bring light and honor to you, that we get to reflect into the lives of those around us. And thank you for providing us with great integrity to get through every hardship that we face. Thank you for the ones that we love, and may we be an honor to them for the rest of our lives, and an honor to you. Amen. So there is a kids class today, so kids ages 4 and up, please go to kids class.